guys, it's Lise from Lisa's Crafty Creations. Hope everybody's okay this Friday morning. What I'm going to do is just do an unmoulding of the pour that I did yesterday. I used the last of my hearts resin and started using my crafty resin. There's quite a difference between the two. The hearts is quite a runny resin, whereas the crafty resin, which is that one there, 1:1, is quite thick. It's quite a thick resin, and I think the glitter will stay better in that one. But then again, I did the glitter this time in the first one I did, and it's actually held it not too bad. But this is the first one I did. Now this is actually the wrong side, but it's the side that I prefer, I think, because that side is all glitter. There's a lot more glitter in there than I wanted, and you can't really see the colour in the butterfly, but that there, because the glitter is where it is, it just makes that sparkle a lot better, so I much prefer that. There's a little bit of it, it's raised up slightly here and here, so it's going to need a slight doming, which is fine. That'll get rid of those. There's a couple of little bubbles which will also get rid of, which is a shame because this is supposed to be bubble free, but hey ho, you can't always believe what it says in the packet. So that's that one, and I'm really pleased with that one. I like it a lot. Most of them I did around pressed flowers or flowers. So this one, what I did is I forgot to put some glitter in the resin, so I just sprinkled some on the top to give it a background of and that's that one. These are all pansies, and they're from my mother-in-law because the pansies are from her garden. So we pressed them and then I let them dry for a little while on the windowsill, and then we used them. I've used them in this. Then there's another one here. This one is using both silk and dry. So as you can see, I've used the pansies again and some of the little daisy petals. And then I've added this leaf, and then the glitter's just shown in edges, which I think is quite nice, whereas the back is a bit untidy. It needs a dome because that leaf wouldn't sit down, but it needs a slight dome. They're still a little bit bendy, but they will harden. Then this one looks like I'm going to like this one. That's the back of it. I think I mixed the glitter in with this. No, I didn't. I sprinkled it on the back. So this is a layer of paper flowers. There's a little bubble there. It just looks like a raindrop. It's not so bad. But I used 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 layers. 3 of the green petal flowers, and then 1 little white one with a diamante in the middle. And then these here are die cut fern leaves, and then I've added the glitter, so that looks really sweet. I like that one. I like that a lot. And then again was experimenting with the die cuts. These are new moulds, by the way. I got them yesterday. I didn't do an unmoulding because everybody was watching the Grand Prix, so I got these 4 moulds, another 4 round with a I'll show you in a minute, like a holder, and then I got 4 square ones. And this is what I've done with this one. This is the plain white die cut corner, and then I've put the vine, which is again die cut paper, in pink. This one was white, and then I added the pink glitter to it, stirred it in this time, and because it's a thicker resin, it's actually held better. It's not just sunk all the way. It's given it a slight pink glow, which is just what I wanted, and I think that's quite pretty. I don't know what you guys think of that, but I like that one. This one, again, I played with some die cuts and some, this is a wooden butterfly, and then this is a die cut circle with hearts. And then it's been mixed with some green glitter. This is a much finer glitter. This was a coarse, quite large sequiny glitter, whereas this one's like a powder glitter. and again it's given it, the heart was white and green, and you can just see that, I think you can just see that, and then this is all just a green powder glitter, as I say, and this is a wooden butterfly. So sweet, I like that as well. This one I haven't finished, I will show you because I can put it back in the mould. This one was using heart-shaped paper. It's not finished, there's still some resin needs, it's got a big air bubble, but as I say, it's not finished, there's a hole in there, so the resin will pour into that. And again, it's using die cuts. It's not my favourite, but it's not, I'm quite pleased with it in some aspects. That when I do the next, the reason the resin is so dark is because it's got a slight brown tint to it. But what I'll do is I'll pour a glitter resin over the top of that, after I've put a little bit at the bottom to get rid of that bubble. So that's that one. I then have the holder here. Now this is the leaves at the bottom are sticking out a bit, and I knew that would happen, so I'm going to have to just cut them and file them a little bit round the edge, but we'll just loosen it all off here. And this is some kind of holder. There we go. Oh, that's worked out quite well. So I've put the fern leaves around the outside, and on the bottom I've put a selection of dried flowers and pressed flowers. So these purple ones, the daisy looking ones, they were in a kit that I bought. This one I pressed and dyed myself. This one's paper, and then these again are what I've cut and dried myself. And then this down here is paper as well. That's quite nice, I like that. There's a little bit of glitter in the background, and right at the back you can just see a little purple checkered piece of fern as well. So I like that as well, that's nice. Now the last things I've got to do are just the sheep that I did. This was a 600 milliliter pour. We had 300 and 300 because it's 1 to 1. I'm not so keen on the colour of these sheep, I think, because I used the ink, the like water dyes, so it hasn't given as deep a pearlized colour as what the miso powders do, but they're all right. As I say, they're not my favourite, but once we decorate them up with their eyes, their googly eyes, I might put some miso powder over the top and then just cover them with a glaze. We'll see. I didn't have any white, you see, I didn't have any white miso powder left, so I had to use the white water dye. It's a proper dye for resin, but as I say, it's come a bit washed out, and I did put quite a bit in. So, but they're all right, they're all right. And as I say, they were done for somebody, so we'll see. So that's all I did with the moulds. Just put this back. That's all I did with the moulds. As I say, there's a little bit of finishing off with some of them, but I'm quite pleased with the overall effect. Let's see, let's see, because these are actually, oh, they do fit in. So these are not actually the mould to go with that, but they fit in there quite nicely. That one's slightly bigger. I wonder whether I used a different mould. I must have used, yeah, I think I've used a different mould for that one. Yeah, so there, that's quite a good little holder. So again, that's sold. What else I did, I couldn't do much more resin. I didn't want to make another batch of resin, so I started making some cards as well, and this is what I came up with. This is the first one I did, and again it's using a die cut swan and a little butterfly. Now this wings are raised up, and then there's a little happy anniversary written at the top here. I don't know whether I maybe should have put the happy anniversary at this side because I put the butterfly there. I don't know, but I'm quite pleased with it. Doesn't look too bad. It's blank inside, it just needs its insert, and then that's finished. And then I did this one which goes that way around, and it's just using a large paper butterfly, some die cut ferns in a gold, and then the orange on here. And again, that hasn't got any sentiment on. As I say, most of the time I like to put my sentiments on after the occasion, so I know what I'm doing. So if I need a card for a specific occasion, I know I can just pick one out of my stash, put a sentiment on, and then we're ready to go, rather than hunt through and find one that has that particular sentiment on already. Because you find sometimes cards can go for all kinds of different things. It can be a thank you or a thinking of you, and depending on what is on the picture. I also just come today, while I'm on, I might as well tell you, I've got a new big cutting board, so that will cover the table, and I can get rid of this horrible thing and then use the small covering board for my resin, because it's a bit of a mess now, and use the larger cutting board for clay and that kind of thing. So that's it, that's all I've got to show you. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you've got any comments, or if they'd like to tell me something you specifically liked, if there's anything there that you see that you would be interested in, please let me know. If you're new to the channel, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for stopping by and having a look. If you'd be interested in joining our crafty little team, you're more than welcome to do so. If you've been before, thank you so much for continuing to watch. You're a pleasure to have around, and I really do enjoy chatting away to you guys. On that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. Please remember to pass on a smile if you get the opportunity to, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.